Keys, NappyFu, all up on your screen, and I'm coming at you with a Snapchat video. We are still in the vlogmas spirit. Yes, indeed. So, today's video is definitely not content I've done before. However, I'm excited to do it. It is my first ever TikTok reaction. TikTok, 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 TikTok. What's dog? TikTok. Yes, I'm doing a TikTok reaction. However, it is not natural hair. I will probably end up doing that. But what inspired today's TikTok reaction is this video right here.
What is something a man did for you that made you realize that you've been accepting way too little from men? Like, your standards are possible, and in that moment you clicked that you were never asking for too much. You were just being given too little.
For some reason, that question hit me like a bag of bricks. Because it made me really think about my past relationships and when was it that I realized I have been deserving, I have been accepting the trash type of treatment, too little, settling type of treatment from men. Anyway, do y'all hear Kofi over here drinking water? Does he not know I'm at work? I guess I'll drink too. I'm going to start off with the TikTok responses to this question. And I will also go into the responses that y'all had when I asked you this question on YouTube. All right, let's get into it. NappyFu checking in. Let go.
Christmas is coming. Start sending your letters off to Santa.
All right, so I have my search up. Boom, stitch with Undesirable. Isn't that name so creative? You be like, what's her name? Undesirable? No, Undesirable. So I'm gonna start with this lady in yellow. Why not?
Something a man did for you that made you realize that you've been accepting way too.
Any chance I get to brag about my man, I'm gonna do it. Okay. I just want to share some things that he has done because, like, I have been dragged, like physically dragged through the mud by my exes, and now I have like the most perfect man in the world. So for my birthday this year, we both went to Paris and Venice, but we were like in Venice on my actual birthday. So me and him are chilling at the bar. He leaves for a couple of minutes, and I'm like, you know, like, what's going on?
I love surprises.
Sorry. He comes back with a professional opera singer who comes over and sings me happy birthday in front of everybody, and then this huge crowd of Italians just joins in and sings happy birthday for me. A professional opera singer from Italy? I was flabbergasted, to say the least. So I do have a dog here who has really bad attachment issues. If I ever go out for a girls' night, he usually hangs out with his mom or something like that. And he'll always basically text me and check on what time I'm getting home to make sure that he comes home with enough time to hang out with these before he gets really sad and lonely. I am a little prepared to get some shit for this one because I know it can come across a little like... but yeah, basically every nigga I've ever dated, he either didn't drive because he didn't have a car, or his car would constantly break down. So I've been driving pretty much every guy I've dated for the past 4 years of my life.
I've been in a relationship like that too, where, well, I've been in one, because one was enough for me, okay? He didn't have no vehicle, and he would still use my vehicle, or I'll be driving him. That is not my portion anymore, in Jesus' name, amen.
Started dating him, he had a really shitty, like, old beater car. And I just told him straight up, like, I'm not doing this again. Like, no, get a better car, or I'm not gonna be here. Literally, a week later, he's telling me that, like, he just really wants to see me in his passenger seat. He wants to know what that looks like with me sitting on the right side of him. And then he pulls up in a brand new Alfa Romeo and says that he hopes I like it because it's his new car. Whenever I'm going through something, I really need space, and he gives it to me immediately. But like randomly, he'll tell me to come outside, and then he'll just like drop off some weed for me and then go home, and I won't see him for a couple of...
Did you say some weed? Moving on. All right, let's look at this girl.
I could really do a whole series on this because I was in a super abusive relationship before the one I'm in now, but I'm just gonna give you some green flags. Okay. 1, we write all of our goals together, and he helps me pursue them every single day.
Come on,
I've never touched a door handle while I was with this man.
Chivalry.
When he does sleep over, he wakes me up with coffee every day.
Come on,
we don't sleep together because he is intentional about the fact that he wants to respect me and keep our relationship holy.
Girl! Hey! Yes! I love that. Wait. The wait is real, okay? Keep their relationship as sacred as you can. Yes. Y'all knew I was gonna like that part. Come through.
The man prays over me.
How? Hey! 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 Okay, let's keep playing.
On a regular basis. We have Friday night date nights, and we write what we did. We take pictures, we have a recipe, and then we write how we feel about each other that night, and we're going to open it when we get married. The man will just massage my feet when he knows I've had a stressful day.
That's so awesome because I do CrossFit, I do CrossFit, see, I can't even say the word, I do CrossFit. And sometimes I could be wondering, will my husband be able to massage this CrossFit?
Oh, and he's constantly working on bettering himself to become a great man for me. So,
can I just say, first of all, this is not to envy. One thing you never want to do is envy what someone else has. One thing you also don't want to do is to say stupid things like relationship goals. Yes, I do think that term is very stupid. But anywho, but one thing you can do when you hear people like that, ask yourself, would this be something that you want as well? Well, then if so, pray for it and for God to bring it to you in the way that it's accustomed to you. So most of the stuff she said is accustomed to her. Them making a binder, writing out their goals, saying how much they feel about each other. That's the kind of stuff that speaks to her, right? And that's what, hopefully by the grace of God, is what God brought to her. Someone like me, I don't need no binder. I do need my feet massaged though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So I think that's dope. And I can totally feel that when you have a man that does all of that, and you come from relationships that did none of that. In fact, it was you that was massaging his feet. Now you have a man that will massage your feet without you even having to ask. Hey!
Well, for one, he had paid for every dinner.
Can we take a pause for her hair real quick? Because, yes, girl, come on, natural everything. What's those? It looks like it's curls. Not curl, coil out is what it looks like, and she loosened it. Maybe what, 3-day-old hair? It looks so cute. Okay, anyway, go ahead, Michelle.
That I had. He drives me to work, and he stays in the car the whole time doing his work remotely until I get off from work at 5. He literally takes a picture of me every single day. He prays for me 15 times a day, like calls me and then we'll pray together on the phone 15 times a day. We literally have cameras around the house. We monitor each other's body language and review at the end of the night and see if there's anything that was off or that we felt was weird. And
Sis, what? This has to be a joke.
Weird, and we talk about it. And that's how crazy some of y'all be sounding. Like, what is even that? Like, come on, y'all really dragging it. Y'all forcing it on this app for real. What is something
I was concerned at first. Like, he drove you to work and he worked remotely and waited for you to get off of work. That is when you realize you've been accepted way too little? Girl, I think you might need a security. Like, what the heck?
So I actually have two. So the first experience, I went to a brunch date with this young man, and he asked me, he was like, what's your favorite type of food? Or like, you know, do you prefer breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And I said, I love brunch. So he said, okay, we'll go out to brunch. He let me pick the restaurant. He said, hey, if you don't want to do that, I have plenty of suggestions. But I said, I have the perfect restaurant that we can go to. Got there, great conversation, open doors, pulling out the chair for me, all these things. He, you know, asking like, where would you like to sit? What's comfortable for you? So very much a gentleman. And I mean, this is like, the bar is in hell at this point. It's basic common decency.
That girl said the bar is in hell at this point. Dang, the bar was that low? Jeez, sister. I feel you though.
So then when the bill comes, of course, he like, you know, I'd like try to like reach out for him. It's like, oh, I'll pay for my
man. What? Who? You know, I feel for this younger generation because the fact that your fingers even inch towards the receipt. I don't Honda or towards the bill. I don't understand it. Let me hear why?
For my half, and he's like looking at me like I have a nipple on my forehead.
And he should. You must have had a nipple with hair attached to it on your forehead. Because why would you pay for your half? You're on a date, sis. You're on a date.
He literally said to me, what is wrong with you? I said, oh, I'm going to pay for my portion. He was like, I asked you on a date. Why would I make you pay for your food? And I said, oh, I'm used to splitting things 50-50.
Oh, sister.
And he was just looking at me like, why are you allowing people to make you pay 50-50 for the food?
Yo! That's a real one. If you are the type of girl who believes it's okay to go 50-50 on a date, a man who is interested in you, let him wine and dine you, sis. Do you understand? Y'all understand? Let him wine and dine you, sis. Don't even wiggle your finger towards the bill. It can look different for everybody. But when you're on a date with a man, when I say man, I mean like a one who understands the importance of him taking care of that bill. And you not knowing how much the bill even is. Don't be wiggling your fingers towards that damn bill. Act like you didn't even know a bill was coming. Okay? I'm like, there was a bill? I had no idea. Oh my gosh.
Just things like that, and really asking questions about how I was doing. And it was at that moment that I was like, the bar is so far in hell, Satan's doing the limbo with it.
We need to raise that bar the hell up, okay? Hearing the stuff she's saying, that bar is all the way down. We need to raise the bar up because you are worth it. Period. I honestly, y'all might argue with me on this, but I honestly feel like there's absolutely no woman out there who actually wants to take care of a man, who actually wants to be the breadwinner, who actually wants to do it. There's no woman who really wants to do that. But there are women who do that because they feel like that's what they have to do. That's the kind of standard they've been accepting. But let there be that one man that comes into your life and changes all that around. You find yourself leaving your purse at home a lot more, and you'll be happy with it. Okay? All right, let's do a few more.
So I just moved to Virginia. I was working a job in DC and I was dating. And I was talking to this guy. I was just talking face. We're not really like dating. And I shared a story about how I never made it to prom. Got dressed, had a date, wore the similar colors, pulled up, and this guy had a panic attack out of anxiety about how many people were there in the parking lot. We never made it in. And so I was just like, man, yeah, that's just one thing I just never experienced. Months later, he brings me to a prom, or a
That's so cute!
redo of a prom. He got us tickets to the Black Ball in DC. Picked me up from my house, had little flowers, dinner. Like, it was phenomenal. And you know, like when you're dating, you share a lot of stories, and you just don't think something stick.
Right.
That stuck. You best believe I married his ass.
You better!
Like, how you gonna give me everything that I never asked for? How? That's just one of several stories.
I love it. It's so hard to watch stories like that and not get emotionally happy. You're like, this is so cute. Like, you best believe I married him. You better. You bet. Girl. Feel me? Alright, so now I want to get into the YouTube portion of it. I asked this question on one of my Vlogmas videos. Y'all know we're in full swing for Vlogmas, okay? But I asked this question for Vlogmas, and the question was along the line of the same thing. When did you realize you've been accepting way too little from men? I want to get into a few scriptures that I find inspiring, and I hope it inspires you too. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. God tells us throughout the Bible, do not be scared, okay? Do not be scared to tell a man, no, I'm not going to accept that from you. Period. You don't have to accept what you know doesn't feel right. 1 Corinthians 11:12. Nevertheless, in the Lord, woman is not independent of men, or man of woman. For as woman was made from man, so man is now born of woman, in all things from God. Men and women rely on each other. Period. God made us equal partners in life, and we should respect each other always. So if you're with a man who makes you feel like he is superior to you, no, that ain't it. Check him or walk away, whichever one. Maybe he's having a moment and you need to just remind him, sir, excuse me, we are equal, you know? But if he's just this prideful person who always wants to make you feel below, red flag, run sis, run. God made men and women equal, and we are to respect each other as so. Proverbs 3:15. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I love that verse. Women are more valuable than some of the most precious items on earth. So when we are treated well, when we are cared for, y'all already know how we are. We will return it back because we are natural nurturers. It's all in us. It's just life situations make us be different. But when you have that man who truly is loving you and caring for you the way you deserve to be, you will find yourself being so nurturing to him because he makes you feel safe to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? When a woman feels safe and secure and loved, adored, protected, sir, there's really nothing we won't do because we trust you. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want to end with the story about the daughters of Zelophehad. I probably said it wrong. And I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I encourage y'all to read it. It's in Numbers 27, 1 to 11. Now, I'm just focusing on this portion. Now, whatever happened before, the context, yes, it matters. What happened before, what led to it, I get it. But the part that I just want to narrow in on is what these daughters did. Now, during this time, or back then, whenever a dad passes away and there's no son, his inheritance is just boom, like it never happened, right? These daughters felt like, listen, my daddy didn't have no sons, it's just us. Why can't we get their riches? Why can't we get his inheritance? Why can't we have the palace and everything? It's just not fair. It's just not fair. And no one has ever challenged it beforehand. So they just said, you know what? We're going to ask, was it Moses? We're going to ask Moses to take it up to God and let us know what's up. You feel me? They approached Moses. They said X, Y, and Z. Moses said, cool, bet. Let me go talk to G-O-D. He talked to G-O-D. And next thing you know, he comes back and God basically said, listen, if the dad didn't have any sons, it goes to the daughters, period. And if there's no children at all, then it goes to the siblings. If there's no siblings, then it goes to whatever. Basically, what I'm trying to get to say is that if these women were the type to just accept things how it was, they would have never got the inheritance from their father. So, what are you saying in reference to this whole video? Don't be afraid to let a man know what your non-negotiables are and what your negotiables are. What you will accept, what you will not accept. What you will allow, what you will not allow. Do not be fearful. Do not be timid. Do not be shy to let a man know how you should be treated, period. And don't expect him to come in knowing exactly how to treat you. A man should have an idea of how to treat a woman, right? But then there's you. You're not like all other women. There are certain things that speaks to you and certain things that does not. So don't be afraid to say it out loud. Don't be afraid to answer those hard questions. Don't be afraid to let him know what's up without having to be direct and confrontational with it. No, just let him know. Like for instance, me, I personally prefer a man who will be chivalrous. Open the door, close the door, take the trash, acts of service. It speaks to me. If you're not willing to do things for me, then we won't go far. I don't like a selfish person who is intentionally selfish. Because as human beings, we are selfish people. But you can intentionally not be selfish. Nobody is born a giver, in my opinion. But you can choose to be a giver. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And that's how you become labeled as, oh, that person's so giving. They didn't start like that. So, again, like the sisters of Zelophehad, I probably said that name complete. Zelophehad. Girl, let me look at this thing real quick. Zelophehad. It really spoke to me. I'm just like, if they said to themselves, well, this is just how it is. That's how it's always been. This is what all the other women accepted. So we got it too. They said, nah, we're not going to accept that. My daddy didn't have no sons, but we deserve to have his stuff. I love it. I don't care if you meet a man who's told you every woman he's ever dated always did X, Y, and Z. If X, Y, and Z don't sit well with you, let him know. Oh, I don't feel comfortable with that. Every woman I ever dated always allowed me to put my car in her name, or always allowed me to move into their house, or always allowed me to use their car. Every woman I've dated always cooked me 3 meals a day. Then why didn't it work out with them? I'm not comfortable giving you a wife treatment and I'm just a girlfriend. Back then, I would do a lot of stuff that's like a wife. I would clean his house, cook meals, like we are married. Because I felt like that's what I'm supposed to do, but thank God for God. Thank God for the Holy Spirit waking me up. I can't give you wife treatment with no commitment. Yeah. You want me to give you wife treatment, then I probably need to be your wife. Don't accept what every other woman accepted from this man. You can be the change. They most likely accept it because they didn't want to challenge it. But if it don't sit well with you, let it be known. Period. All right, so now we have come to the Nap Chat question of the day. I want to know from y'all, Team Kinks. Actually, it's not even a question. I want you to make a statement. I want you to say something to yourself that is positive. Something about yourself that is positive. Affirmations. There we go. Comment below an affirmation that makes you feel great, that makes you feel empowered, that makes you feel awesome, like you should feel every single day. Give us those affirmations below. It can be more than one. And y'all already know this would definitely help another kink out. So please give us some affirmations below that is empowering and inspiring. Something that you might say to yourself all the time, or you might read to yourself all the time. Whatever it be, inspire us in the comments below. Thanks in advance. And I have a second Nap Chat question. This being my first TikTok reaction, I want to know from y'all, besides natural hair, besides 4C hair, natural hair reaction videos, what other type of TikTok reactions do you like to watch or would you like to see on this channel? Okay, if it's natural hair, I understand, because that's my staple, that's my foundation, I get it, okay? But I do enjoy talking about other stuff. So what are some other reaction videos you find yourself watching and you'll love to see me have a reaction to as well? Let me know in the comment box below. Trust me, this response will help me out, okay? Thanks in advance.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and help your girl out by hitting that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you can be notified the next time that I am all up on your screen. Also, if you're bored during the week, come on and hang out with me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that, all of that.
And I will catch you on the next one. Until then, remember, my sister, my cousin, my friends, Team Kinks. I said Team Kinks. In order to have healthy mind, body, soul, everything, you got to do healthy things even when nobody's watching, okay? NappyFu checking out. Deuces. Y'all, I did this whole video with no makeup on. Just my glasses. Why? I don't know. I kind of feel like sometimes you just want to go all natural, and that's kind of what I'm giving you, okay? You know what you can give me, though? A subscribe, okay? Is that button red? Is the subscription button red? Girl, we need to change that. Go ahead and join Team Kinks, all right? And while you are already here and I know you have some time, watch some more videos. Check out my vlogmas playlist or check out my NappyFu playlist. I have plenty for you to enjoy.